Hey there geeks and geekettes, I've got the Stan Lee Marvel Legends figure. Yeah! This was a nightmare to get hold of. Most of the stores I normally use, Comics and Cocktails, Forbidden Planet, etc., had sold out, and scalpers on eBay are selling this for £45 plus 40, £22.99 figure. So I tried Zavvi, and Zavvi had it in stock. I pre-ordered it, everyone else got theirs, I didn't. So I emailed or messaged Zavvi, and they basically said the product's no longer in stock, but I will be getting one. Well, if you've got it in stock and it's sold out, how do I get it? And I got a confirmation email the next day saying it was on his way out to me. So although late, it's better late than never, and these figures are going for quite a bit. I obviously wanted it because of it being Stan Lee. Stan Lee obviously passed away a few years ago, passed away in 2018. And it was only a matter of time that there's been multiple Funko Pops of Stan. I have one. Unfortunately, that's not a legit one. So, onto the box. So we've got Marvel Legends. On the top is just sort of the square where there would normally be an Avengers logo or something. Marvel Legends series there. Stan Lee signature on the shield. There's the Stan Lee figure. Stan Lee signature on the front, registered trademark. Marvel, Stan Lee 4+, warning, and Hasbro. On the side we have this really cool foil effect Excelsior and the Stan Lee signature there. On the back we've got the Marvel Legends. Also we've got the Stan Lee product shot there, the Avengers movie poster, because this scene was in the Avengers at the end. He's playing chess. And that chessboard is actually included in there. Really says something about superheroes in New York. So warning, small parts and that sort of stuff there. Marvel Legends, Stan Lee, Power Entertainment, Hasbro. Other side, Excelsior, Stan Lee. And there is your boring shit on the bottom. So most Marvel Legends boxes open from the side, this doesn't. So Stan is going to join my MCU display behind me. I've actually got some action figure stands in there now. So all the figures are raised so you can see them a bit better. Unlike the DC Multiverse figures, Marvel Legends you can actually open without destroying the packaging, and none of the accessories are sort of glued in place. And then inside the inlay is that sort of red effect there. First thing out is the Stan Lee Captain America shield. Got those straps on the back there, which if I hold his arm up near the shield the way I want it, his signature would be upside down. Let's have a look at Stan. So that face sculpt is awesome, and I wouldn't expect anything less. To do a disservice to Stan Lee with a bad sculpt would have gone over really bad with Marvel fans. So they've got this great wash on the back of his head there, on his hair, signature Stan Lee glasses and moustache. He's wearing that sort of sports jacket that he wore in Avengers, which is a soft vinyl. It's actually a separate piece that could come off, but then he'd have blue arms and a beige shirt. He's also got his sort of grey trousers on there, or as the American call them, pants. Pants in the UK is a very different thing. That's your underwear. And then he's got his shoes. So this figure was never going to be sort of, you know, glossy, or it was based on a human being, and sort of a more of an ode to the creator of all of this stuff that I love, or most of it. So onto articulation. Stan's head lifts up this far, down there, It is on a swivel, so you get some side to side pivot in there, and its head does turn. There's actually some shifting in there to tilt him backwards and forwards as well. So his arms rotate 360, and they lift out to there. He has a bicep swivel, double hinged elbows, so you can get his arms quite close to his chest there. His wrists are on swivel and ball pegs. He has an ab crunch which goes forward this far, back this far. He has a waist swivel. His legs kick out almost 90 degrees. That's more nimble than most of my figures. And double hinged knees. However, he is not able to kick his own ass. His feet are on rockers and ball joint pivoting, so you could get him in some dynamic posing, although it is Stanley, so he's not going to be sort of jumping in the air, lifting Molyneux. What is he? As for the pieces the stand comes with, there is the signature shield, sort of a high glossy Captain America shield with his signature on the top of it. That looks awesome. It's really well painted. And there are the straps on the back, one bigger than the other, which means the shield would be held upside down if you put the shield above his head. But down in front of him, you could hold it. And then there is this chest piece or chest board. It has the latches on there, but it does not open. So it's just something you can stick under his arm, really. But it's not like I've got a table for him to sit at playing chess with somebody. So the shield will just slot over one of his arms. And you can sort of pose him holding his shield. I really love this figure. I've wanted it for ages. Oh, that's the hand the shield will hold in. And the chessboard, I assume, just go under there. This is an awesome figure. I was originally thinking about just keeping it in the box, but I love to get my Marvel Legends out. And I think he would look pretty cool stood amongst all of my Marvel Legends from the MCU. Shield is a little tricky to get in his hand, but there we go, it's on. Just sort of hook it through what is essentially a trigger finger Wordsdale. And then we've also got Stanley with the Captain America shield. I don't think I'm going to display him with this chessboard. It's a bit bulky and odd, but yeah. So I'm going to pose him up maybe with some other figures from the MCU and some comic book figures as well, because obviously he created the comics, so stay tuned. Guys, there was my look at Stan Lee 6-inch Marvel Legends figure. I love this figure, sentimental reasons, and you know, it's not just a bad looking cash-in. That is a good likeness to Stan Lee. The face printing or the face scanning app they use, clearly on fine display there. So please like, comment, share and subscribe on the video. Big shout out to Mrs. Geek, because even though she didn't have a Zavvi account, she found that for me when I was struggling to find that figure. Not many figures have come out where I had to get it, and that was one of them. The other one being the Bro Thor, but I had to buy 6 figures to build him. Stan Lee, obviously the grandfather of comic books and comic book history, and there's an action figure of him now sat on my shelf. So Marvel Legends, if you're going to do a Jack Kirby, I'd be up for that. So I've been the Bearded Geek. That is an awesome Stan Lee figure, and I will catch you guys soon for another review or unboxing. Goodbye. Thought I lost my knife. I got so many boxes in here. So he will go on my Marvel Legends MCU shot. Oh, I just killed my Walking Dead collection. I'm going to join my MCU Marvel Legends collection. Put it in there. I've just knocked over a load of my Walking Dead figures there, and Heimdall has taken a tumble. So I really should stop playing with my figures on camera.